If you guys are looking for coins, the place you gotta go to is instantmadcoins.com. They're quick, cheap, and reliable. Use my code SABER to get yourself a discount. Yo, what is going on, guys? SabRtooth here, and you can probably tell by the tone of my voice, I am not feeling 100%. I'm more about that 70% range. That's because I've been battling a cold the past couple days, but I really wanted to push through that. I haven't been able to record because obviously my voice was pretty jacked up, but today I really wanted to make this video discussing the newest content we can be expecting in Madden Mobile the next couple days, and I'm going to be making my predictions for the NFL Honors promo. Guys, you know what they say, a couple new subscribers a day helps keep the doctor away, so hopefully you guys appreciate me pushing through this. While you're at it, make sure to hit that like button so I know that you guys want me to keep uploading even though I'm not feeling too great. Let's get right into this, guys. First of all, for you guys who don't know what NFL Honors is, it's an award ceremony that is done by the NFL, obviously, and they present the biggest awards throughout the entire season the night before the Super Bowl. So tomorrow, Super Bowl Sunday, if you guys are watching this in the future, I'm not sure why you would be, but if you are, maybe the Super Bowl has already happened, but tonight on Saturday night, you guys can tune in, and they present all the awards to the players like MVP, Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year, Comeback Player, all those sorts of categories. And in the past, Madden has awarded really high overall cards to these players. So in today's episode, I'm going to be making my predictions for those cards, some statistical predictions on what we could be seeing the cards overalls and stats looking like, as well as how that will affect the market. I'm going to have to make a couple cuts in this video because obviously you guys probably don't want to hear me go into some fits of coughing, but without any further ado, let's get right into it. Okay guys, the first thing that I need to tell you is Madden does not care about all of the awards and only gives cards to some of them. So awards such as Coach of the Year, FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Year, Salute to Service Award, these cards are never made because they only recognize a few of the categories. Last year, they went with Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, MVP, and NFL.com Fantasy Player of the Year. So the first one that I want to talk about has got to be the Fantasy Player of the Year. Last year, this was Antonio Brown, and he was a 96 overall. Now, we all know that Madden this year has shown so much love to Antonio Brown, but these awards are not decided by EA. The people in the running for it this year are Antonio Brown again, Justin Tucker, Travis Kelce, Aaron Rodgers, the Kansas City Chiefs, and David Johnson. Now, this is a pretty tough one, but I think it's kind of a stretch to go ahead and say Justin Tucker will get Fantasy Player of the Year. Obviously, he had one of the greatest kicking seasons of all time, but I just feel like kickers are always underrated, and I feel even though it's supposed to be an unbiased award, I don't think they'll award it to Justin Tucker. Antonio Brown, I could definitely see. I doubt they'll give it to an entire unit such as the Kansas City Chiefs. Aaron Rodgers is already in the running for MVP and other awards as well, so I don't think he will get it. So that leaves David Johnson, Travis Kelce, and Antonio Brown. Now, I'm hoping they don't give it to Antonio Brown. And Travis Kelce already has tons of cards already. I'm going to show you both these guys right now. Travis Kelce, elite cards. He has so many. Both him and Antonio Brown have tons of elite cards already. Antonio Brown, obviously, I think has the most in the entire game. Don't quote me on that, though. And I spelled his name wrong. Antonio. There we go. So we will be seeing another Antonio Brown card coming to the game. So I'm going to go ahead and say David Johnson wins the Fantasy Player of the Year. Now, I had this guy on my fantasy team, and he was amazing. So I would love to see a new David Johnson card come into Madden. So this next award is going to be pretty tough to judge, given that the Walter Payton Man of the Year award takes into account both a player's actions on and off the field. Last year, this was a 96 overall Anquan Bolden, and the finalists this year are Greg Olsen, Eli Manning, and Larry Fitzgerald. Guys, if you haven't noticed already, this episode is going to be pretty long, but it's a Saturday, so I'm pretty sure you guys all have time to spare. Grab some popcorn, grab candy, and grab a Coke and sit in and listen to my predictions before you guys go and watch the actual ceremony, and we'll see how these things match up. This one is, I really can't judge this one. All these guys are great athletes, and they're great guys in the community. All three of them work hard. I think they're all pretty much oriented around cancer research. They do a lot of stuff with that. Eli Manning, he's raised like $3 million for cancer research. He already has a 95 overall playoff hero card, so I doubt I'd be using this guy. Greg Olsen, he did a lot of work with cancer this year as well, visiting hospitals, that sort of stuff. He's a great guy as well. And lastly, Larry Fitzgerald, obviously does lots of stuff for breast cancer. His mom, unfortunately, did die to breast cancer, and every year he's in the running for this. Larry Fitzgerald, I believe, has a 91 overall Pro Bowl card, and recently he announced that he is not retiring, much to the delight of NFL fans. No, he's this 95 card. I almost forgot about this. No, this card is really, really good, but this award I'm going to judge based on the card I would like to see in the game and most likely use. I don't think we need another wide receiver, and I don't really want a good Eli Manning card. Nothing against these guys in real life, but I just don't see myself ever using those cards. If anything, the one that I would probably want to see is Greg Olsen. So I'm going to predict Greg Olsen wins this award. This has nothing to do with actual NFL or their community work, because what these guys do, you can't compare them to each other. So 91 overall Greg Olsen right now. We could be seeing a 90 speed, good strength, blocking, catching, and awareness. This guy would be a really solid card, and for people who don't have Gronk, it would match up pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and say Greg Olsen wins the Walter Payton Man of the Year award. The next prediction, in my opinion, is probably the closest race in the entire award ceremony for the Defensive Player of the Year. The contenders here are Landon Collins, Vic Beasley, Von Miller, Aaron Donald, and Khalil Mack. Every single one of these guys has had outstanding seasons. Landon Collins really breaking out as a new young star safety. Aaron Donald obviously is always in contention, an amazing D tackle. Vic Beasley, another great breakout season for him and the Atlanta Falcons. Obviously, I think he led the lead in sacks. Don't quote me on that. Von Miller, every year he's just a force to be reckoned with. And Khalil Mack, another guy. He's been so solid ever since his rookie year, and this year he's having an even better season. Now, the two that I think are probably the ones that you're gonna have to, I don't know, decide between for yourselves. Guys, if you have your own predictions on these, feel free to leave them down in the comments section down below, because I will listen to all of your guys' things. I love making predictions on these sorts of things, and you guys send me your list down there. But Von Miller and Khalil Mack, I think, are the ones that are going to be battling for the Defensive Player of the Year. Von Miller, obviously, today just got a new 99 linebacker card. I don't think this is a great card, number one, because I already have the domination one, and I don't think you could play two in your lineup at the same time. So really, I have no need for this card whatsoever. And Khalil Mack is the other one that I believe is in contention. Obviously, Landon Collins, Vic Beasley, and Aaron Donald all had great seasons. If I were to decide between those three, I would say Vic Beasley has the best shot at it. But Khalil Mack, I would love to see a new card of this guy. I'm not sure if it would be a D-end or a linebacker card, obviously. Not really sure which one they'll go with. I'm guessing more on the side of linebacker, and I do need a new linebacker. So Khalil Mack is going to be my final prediction. If he gets an honors card, we could be seeing 90-91 speed with a 90 strength, 93 agility, probably like a 92 acceleration, 94 tackle, and solid coverage as well. This card would be an absolute beast, and I would definitely pick it up for my squad. Following the Defensive Player of the Year has got to be the Offensive Player of the Year, and the guys I think are in contention for this are Le'Veon Bell, Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan, David Johnson, Ezekiel Elliott, Tom Brady, and Drew Brees. Now, right off the bat, I'm going to have to knock off Drew Brees. As much as I don't want to, he's my favorite player in the entire NFL. But our New Orleans Saints didn't even make the playoffs this year. Although he had a great season, I don't think he can be considered for this award. Another guy that I don't think can be considered, Tom Brady, as well as Le'Veon Bell, actually. Both of them missed 4 games this season. And although Tom Brady has led the Patriots to the Super Bowl in that time, missing 4 games, I really don't think that he can be considered for this. Aaron Rodgers, Matt Ryan, Ezekiel Elliott, and David Johnson, all very close in contention for this award. I'm going to have to knock off Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers as well. Aaron Rodgers, great guy, great player, helped lead the Packers deep into the playoffs this year. But I just really don't think he's going to win this award. Matt Ryan as well in the running for the MVP actually, and he also brought his team to the Super Bowl. We'll see what happens tomorrow night, but I don't think he'll win Offensive Player of the Year. Both of them actually follow Drew Brees in passing yards, and although that's only one stat, I don't think that you can definitively say that either of them is the best at their position. Any of them actually, they're all very, very close this season. Now that just leaves David Johnson and Ezekiel Elliott. Now I know I've already nominated David Johnson for this award, the Fantasy Player of the Year, but I'm gonna have to say David Johnson wins this one as well. Although this might trigger a couple of people, I really think that David Johnson is just absolutely amazing at the halfback position. This year, he won the Pro Football Focus Best Receiver Award, so not only is he an amazing receiver, he also is an insane rusher, and I just feel he was a more valuable asset to the Cardinals. Although Ezekiel Elliott helped take the Cowboys to the playoffs much further than the Cardinals ever went this season, I really do feel like David Johnson is the card that we will be seeing, and his name will be called as the Offensive Player of the Year award. Now this card would be absolutely amazing. We have a 92 David Johnson in the game. He has great speed, he's strong, fast acceleration, great catching. Look at that 90 catching. If he gets an honors card, we could be seeing a 95 speed with about an 85 strength, 91 agility, probably around a 93 catching. One of the best, if not the best catching halfback in this entire game, and just a super well-rounded card. I would love to see this card come into the game, and I would definitely consider picking it up for my team. The next one to discuss has got to be the Comeback Player of the Year. Last year, this was a 98 overall Eric Berry, who came back from cancer, battled back, and had an amazing season. And this year, there are a bunch of players who had really good comeback seasons as well. Cameron Wake, Melvin Gordon, DeMarco Murray, Le'Veon Bell, and Jordy Nelson. Now, Le'Veon Bell is a plausible option. The odds on him are 2-1 to win the award. Obviously, he was injured last year and came out and had an amazing season this year. But similar to the other cards, I kind of hope that he does not get a card. I have nothing against Le'Veon Bell. He's from Michigan State. I'm a Michigan State fan. But he already has a decent amount of cards. And Jordy Nelson, I definitely believe, will be winning this award. Number one, he's a fan favorite. Number two, I wouldn't mind if he got the card either. He doesn't have too many cards in the game right now. And number three, he had a stellar season, helped lead the Green Bay Packers back to the playoffs, coming back from an injury. So Jordy Nelson, I think, is a lock for this award. Okay, so the Defensive Rookie of the Year. There were a bunch of great new defensive players coming into the league. The ones that really jump out are Noah Spence, Deion Jones, Leonard Floyd, Jalen Ramsey, and Joey Bosa. Now, I'm pretty sure this one is also almost guaranteed. The top two contenders, I would say, are Jalen Ramsey and Joey Bosa. Deion Jones is a bit of a long shot, although he did have an amazing season, and he's getting to play in his first season in the NFL in the Super Bowl tomorrow. So we'll see how he performs there. But these honors get awarded before the Super Bowl, so that game will play no effect whatsoever into the outcome of this award. Jalen Ramsey already has, don't know why I put in 62. He's a 98 overall. Ghosts of Madden Future, I believe, card. Really good card. And Joey Bosa also has some pretty decent cards already. He had the rookie breakout card. I don't even remember what that was called, New Year's card. But this card was really, really strong, and I believe he will be getting an even better card. Joey Bosa is almost guaranteed to win this award. His price has gone up significantly. We can be seeing on this card, I'm guessing, around 85 speed, probably around an 88 strength, 91 agility, 92 acceleration, probably about a 94-95 tackle, and a 94-95 pursuit. This card is already really well-rounded, and if he gets another one, I'm almost guaranteed to pick this guy up. Going along with the Defensive Rookie of the Year has got to be the Offensive Rookie of the Year, and this one is also almost a complete wrap already. The contenders are Carson Wentz, Chicago Bears halfback Jordan Howard, Dak Prescott, and Ezekiel Elliott of the Dallas Cowboys, as well as Michael Thomas of my New Orleans Saints. Now, as much as I would love Michael Thomas to win this award, seeing that he is from the Saints, the odds on it are not very good. He had an amazing season, but Number one, I probably wouldn't want it anyway because we don't need any more wide receivers in this game. And the one, obviously, that is almost guaranteed to win this is Ezekiel Elliott. Arguably the best halfback in the NFL this entire season. And definitely, I'm gonna trigger some people here, but I think he's definitely better than Dak Prescott. You guys can have your own opinion on that. But I think far and away, Ezekiel Elliott has shown so much promise this entire season to become just an elite running back in the NFL. And someday, if he doesn't flop, we should be seeing his name in the Hall of Fame. Obviously, he's only had one season, but this guy, we've not seen a breakout like this since, I don't even know when, 10, 20 years. Ezekiel Elliott, 96 card right now, Pro Bowl card. If I were you guys, I would recommend selling this card. It is going for a pretty decent amount of coins, and especially if he gets an upgraded card with more speed on it, we could be seeing a 97 speed Ezekiel Elliott even, and this card would just absolutely kill the market on these Ezekiel Elliott's. However, if the card is not too much better, the price might stay unchanged, but I would just sell it just in case. I don't have one, obviously, but if I were you guys, I would recommend selling him off, and if the card isn't better, you can always buy him back for about the same amount of coins. Alright guys, so the last prediction of this episode, if you guys did enjoy this and you want me to do more predictions in the future, I don't know what else I can really predict now that the football season is winding down. But if you like this video, just make sure to hit that like button. Let's get into this. The MVP award, the best player in the entire league for this season. It's the last award that I'm going to be awarding. So, the runners in this competition are Le'Veon Bell, Ezekiel Elliott, Derek Carr, Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and Matt Ryan. All these guys, I mean, hats off to them. They have been stellar throughout this entire season. Le'Veon Bell, though, I think he's just an absolute long shot. Same with Dak Prescott and Derek Carr. All three of them had great seasons, and all three of them played on playoff teams, but I just don't think any of them should be earning the title of most valuable player. Now, Ezekiel Elliott, this one is going to be rough, but I don't think he's going to win MVP. It's debatable, but he might not have even been the best halfback this season compared to David Johnson. Both of them very good players, but either of them were not a standout. Aaron Rodgers, this one, I'd say he's probably in second place. Aaron Rodgers, great season. He did so well this entire year. Same thing with Tom Brady. Tom Brady and Matt Ryan both dueling it off in the Super Bowl tomorrow. But I think the odds say this is true as well. I'm pretty sure everyone's more or less predicting this. MVP for the 2017-2016 NFL season, I'm predicting Matt Ryan, guys. 38 touchdowns, only 7 picks this season. He brought the Falcons from a mediocre team to the Super Bowl, and pretty much he tossed 11 touchdowns and no picks in his last 4 games. Every single one, the Falcons ended up winning, and I'm pretty sure that locks him in to win his first ever MVP award. Guys, let me know what you think of this down in the comment section down below. If you agree or disagree with any of my picks, obviously, you guys can leave your own thoughts down there. I will try to read as many of them as I can, comment on some of them as well. So if you guys want me to take a look at your comments, just make sure to leave one down below, putting up your predictions for this year's NFL honors. The best Matt Ryan card we have in the game right now is the 90 overall X Factor Matt Ryan. So we could be seeing a 98 overall Matt Ryan coming to the game very soon. So hopefully all you Falcons fans are excited for that, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Took kind of a while to make, and it was a grind, but I really do enjoy making this sort of stuff, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Break some ankles. Go out there, stay hungry, stay humble, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.